I have been replacing the light fixtures in my home one by one. So what I've decided to do is just compile all of those videos into one instead of creating separate videos for you guys. This here is my recessed light that's in my living room. I have 4 of them, and I'm replacing them with these lights that I purchased on Amazon. They're really easy to install and really convenient. I was able to purchase 4 of these for $25. If you notice on the back, these have prongs so you can easily install them into your existing housing for your recessed lights. And it also has a screw in like the back of a bulb so that you can screw them into the existing light socket where your previous flood lamp / recess bulb used to be. There we have that there. So this is what we have. So here's another look at the light before I screw it into the socket. These lights do not come with instructions, but I think they're pretty self-explanatory. If you know how to screw in a light bulb, then you pretty much get how to do these. After screwing the bulb in, I am checking to make sure that the light works, and it looks like it does. So at this point, I'm just moving forward with installing the rest of the lights. Now that I'm all done with these, it's time to move on to the wall sconces above the fireplace. I've had these sconces over my fireplace for quite some time. They came with the house, and if you look at previous photos of my home dating back probably 10 years ago, these were part of the original home as well. So I'm not really sure exactly how long they've been up, but it's definitely time for them to come down. And so I am going to be replacing them. There were some issues going on with one of the lights, so it was just time for them to come down and for me to just upgrade like I've been doing everything else in the house. And I wanted to make sure I found some lights that matched the new decor. I purchased my new sconces on Amazon. Now that I have the old sconces down, it's time to clean up the wall a little bit and prep it for the new sconces. Before I tighten the junction box, I am leveling the box just to make sure that everything is level. Then I'll go ahead and tighten those up. Oops, it looks like it fell. Well, just got to pick it up and put it back on there again and try to get it level so that I can tighten these up and go ahead and get the rest of the light put together. So now I'm just screwing in the final piece, and there we are. These have been installed. I really like them. I've had them up a few months now, and I really like how they look. The living room lights are on a dimmer, and so when I installed the new lights, for some reason the lights would not turn completely off. So what I decided to do is order the smart light switches through Amazon, and they are made by Casa. I have some Casa plugs and I like them. They also work with your Echo. So I went ahead and replaced both of these. I love these light switches. I can, control them from the switch themselves. I can control them from Echo. I can control them from my phone. I actually have 4 of these switches in our home. We also have them in our kitchen, and we have one in the master bedroom. Once we have the wiring replaced in the other 2 bedrooms and in the bathroom, I will be replacing those switches as well as the hallway lights. The next light that I replaced is my dining room light, and I replaced it with this starburst light that I found on Amazon. The light is really beautiful and it's fun, but it does come with a lot of pieces, so you need to have a lot of patience while putting this one together. But once you get past that part, you will absolutely love the light. So the light that I replaced was another one of the 5 nipple lights that I have in my home, and this one hangs. So it was a little bit different, a tad bit more fancy, but the light that I replaced it with is this beautiful starburst, and I absolutely love this light. I don't think I can say that enough. It is tedious and time consuming, but I do really, really like this light. I really like this switch and the switch plate. It was brass, so I went ahead and spray painted it silver, and that's really all I did with this. I kept it. I like the way that it looks now that it has been upgraded and painted. So the dining room still has the original light from when the house was built. So now we move along to the kitchen, where I am replacing my white nipple light with a more industrial light that I also got on Amazon. So here is the light that we had in the kitchen before. Nothing really special about it. It's another nipple light. As you guys can see, the nipple there, it's white, and it's just time for something fresh and something new. Here I have installed the light, and I really like it so far, but it's now time to put in some Edison bulbs just to make it a little bit more unique. You can use regular bulbs, but I just don't think it would have the same effect. You know, it's an industrial light, and so the bulbs just kind of accentuate that and just really give it that wow factor that you like. So here we have our bulbs, they're installed. I really enjoy the way that this turned out. I am now able to have light in 4 different directions in my kitchen, and it really, really brightened it up. You guys see how bright that light is? It is absolutely awesome. It just really gives just a minor upgrade to my kitchen, and the way that it looks. And I will be remodeling the entire kitchen soon, so I'll bring you guys along for that. But until then, this has made a world of difference. I am down to the last 2 nipple lights in my house. I have one in this room, which was my daughter's old bedroom, and now my craft room. And then I have one just like this in my son's room. And there was one just like this one in my bedroom, which I replaced with a chandelier. For the crafting room, I ordered the brushed nickel, and for my son's room, I ordered the oil rubbed bronze. So each one of these nipple lights, as you guys can see, I have 3 of the exact same light, like I shared with you before, but see, these are the prongs that go in the light. And this is the one from my son's room. These are the only light fixtures that I've ever seen of this type that use these 2-prong sockets. So these things were about $10 a piece to replace. I had these bulbs in all 3 of the bedrooms and also in one of the bathroom lights. So to replace all of those, each bedroom took 3 bulbs, and I think the bathroom only took 1. I got really lucky because when I had to replace them the very last time, they had an adapter. So for 2 of the fixtures, I have adapters for all 3 of the bulbs that I'm keeping inside for the next person. So a lot of the wiring in my house is extremely old. This is one of those rooms. As you guys can see, this still has knob and tube. This is my negative, that's my positive. My power is out in here. The ground was actually screwed into here. So because these are LED lights, you won't have to replace the bulbs. They are really bright and they are energy efficient. So now I have both sets of lights installed. I really like how they brighten up the bedrooms. They can be pretty dark in there, even with the old lights. They were pretty dark, so this is like a huge drastic improvement, and they don't take up a lot of room because they don't hang like the nipple lights. These are 13 inches and the nipple lights were 15 inches. So they're a little bit smaller, but they make a huge impression when they're turned on, and they just make a world of difference in both of our rooms here in the house that we've replaced them in. So I purchased these lights from Amazon. So they are going to be replacing my shop lights that I have in my basement. This is what the lights look like currently. It has the tube lighting. There's 2 of these remaining in my basement, and I have 2 that I've already replaced. So these are what they look like when they are installed. They are LED. Where the holes are for these and where the joists are, they don't match up. They don't line up. So I had to install some 2x6s. So I have a 2x6 here, and then I have one on the other one as well. And so the 2x6s are actually screwed into the joists, and then the lights are actually screwed into here. I wanted to go ahead and show you how I put these together. When you first get the lights, you have to remove the cover. Everything that you need to install the light is actually stored inside of the cover of the light, and it's really not hard to get off. You really just kind of squeeze the edges and you just kind of lift it out of its casing, and it's not hard at all. Some people had some problems I noticed online, but it's really not that hard. So all of your screws are in there, and also the directions are in there as well. Here I am lining up the light fixture with the 2x6 so that I can mark where I will be drilling my holes. That way it will be easier to install the light fixture and attach it to the 2x6 once it is up on the ceiling. Here you see me drilling the holes into the 2x6s before I attach them to the ceiling. Here I am uninstalling the old fluorescent light fixture and getting the space ready for the new light fixture. So here I have the first 2x6. So I'll go ahead and put up the light using the holes that I drilled earlier. So I wanted to share this with you guys. When we installed the last 2 lights, this one never worked. So I waited too long to get a refund from Amazon. So I said, okay, I'll just buy another light. Well, they don't have them in stock anymore. So I put it on my list and just figured if they ever come back in stock, I'll just grab one. One came in stock. It just so happened to be a return, and Amazon said, hey, we have one in stock for you. Cool. I hook it up without taking this one down, just unplugged everything, It didn't work. And I'm like, okay. something's wrong, because all the other lights work. The lights are connected together. Something's wrong. So I decided to take a closer look at this one, and this is what I came across. So what I decided to do is plug it up, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So you guys can see that is not connected to anything. However, if you touch it where it's supposed to go, which is up here, the light cuts on. So I ordered a soldering kit that should be here tomorrow. I will fix that, and then there shall be light. Here is the light before I put the cover on, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on that now. All right, you guys, so I soldered the wire, and now the light is working, so all is well. Just about every light in the house has been replaced. We have a couple of closet lights and then a light going down into the basement that has probably been with the house since the house was built. We also have a light in the foyer, and we have our ceiling fan in the living room that I will not be getting rid of. I actually like both of those lights, so they will be sticking around for a while. I am so happy to share the progress with you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.